Today we're going to be showing you how to fit steering wheel and boss to your vehicle. So we'll concentrate on the large bosses. So this is the Nimbus wheel, that we'll be working with. And in your kit you will receive a large boss. These come in two styles, 48 or 36. It depends on the steering column in your vehicle, and we'll show you how to count the splines in your vehicle. Also in your kit you'll have centre cap, an O-ring to go with the centre cap, and depending on the steering wheel you purchase, you may also have an adapter plate. This is to go onto the steering wheel over here if your steering wheel hasn't got the countersunk parts for the bolts. Also, you'll have a fitting kit. You'll have the countersunk bolts, nylock washer, nylock bolt nuts again, and 2 roll pins. The roll pins are for your cancellation on the back of your boss. Moving on to the tools you'll be required is a 2.5mm Allen key, a hammer, a flat-headed screwdriver, a 22mm socket, but this may vary again depending on your vehicle, a ratchet, and a torque wrench. Now we're going to show you how to remove the steering wheel, but there's a point to note: before you remove the steering wheel, you want to make sure your steering wheel is straight and that your wheels are pointing directly forwards and they're straight. This will make it easier for you when you're about to fit your new boss and it's all in line. So, removing your steering wheel, you're going to need your flat-headed screwdriver. You're going to want to carefully get it in behind the Land Rover logo. So if you just get it in behind, and the logo will just pop out. Put that to one side for later. With your ratchet and your 22mm socket, you're going to undo the main bolt, but don't undo it all the way. The reason why you don't undo it all the way is when you go to remove the steering wheel, it doesn't go flying off. You've got more control over it. So give the steering wheel a bit of a tap in behind, make sure it's nice and loose, then you can continue to remove the nuts. Put the nuts to one side because you will be requiring that again to refit your new boss and steering wheel, and keep the shape-proof washer that goes along with it. Now you've unpacked everything out of your kit, you want to have a look at your boss. So if you turn your boss over, there's these 2 holes. These holes are for your roll pins, and what the roll pins are for is for your indication cancellation. And that's all the way through the various, for the whole range of Defenders, right the way up to 2016. But if you have a later Puma, mainly 2015 and 16, you've got these 2 slots here, and that's for your dynamic stability control. And again, that's still for your indications that cancellation. So what you want to do, on our vehicle, we know we're going to be needing the pins. So you're going to take the roll pin and your hammer, put it on a surface that's not going to damage the boss, and gently tap in until you hear the sound change, and repeat for the second one. Like that. Make sure they're nice and snug and secure, and that is your roll pins fitted to your boss. So now you're going to want to fit your wheel to your boss. So you're going to take one of the self countersunk bolts and place it through the very top hole in your steering wheel, and just place your finger on it like so. Also, on the back of your boss, you have 2 engraved writing. One says pin top, one says slot top. Depending on the variant of your vehicle is where you want to put the top of your steering wheel. So as we've got the pins, we will need to place the pole at like so, and with the nut in on top. With your 2.5mm Allen key, turn the whole wheel over. It just needs to literally get it to bite. You may need to just tilt the steering wheel to help it bite. That's just, and do it up. Just nip it up for now, then go back through when you're finished. Now I recommend going down to the bottom. Any ones will do. And repeat. So now you've got the steering wheel to the boss. So what you're going to want to do now is go around all the bolts again, and you want to nip them up to about 3 Newton meters. So, go around. Now you've got your steering wheel fitted to the boss, you're now going to want to fit your O-ring to your centre cap. On your centre cap, there is this channel cut all the way around it. Your O-ring fits into that. And just go around and tuck it in. So it fits all nicely into that channel. But don't fit that to your steering wheel and boss just yet, because that's the last thing you want to be doing. Now you're going to want to fit your steering wheel and boss to your vehicle. By sitting in the vehicle, you can gauge if the wheel is straight. So you may be taking this on and off a couple of times to make sure. You may need to just tweak it round a little bit till you're happy with the alignment. Once you've got it sat on the steering column, you want to put your shake-proof washer, followed by your nut. Probably best advised to take the key out of the ignition and let the steering lock come on. And then still hold the steering wheel, tighten down with the ratchet as best you can. Also on the boss itself, it tells you what torque setting you will need to be. So it's either 43 Newton meters or 32 pounds-feet. So depends on what torque wrench you got. That's the sort of torque setting. I just set my torque wrench. So you hear that click. Now I know my steering wheel and boss are tight and securely onto the vehicle. Once you're happy, you're going to take your centre cap, make sure it's up the correct way with the right in, and firmly push in. And that is how you fit your Exmoor trim Williams wheel and boss.